we get the garlic planted, we will take down the caterpillar tunnel. But what we're doing here, we've got the beds, we've got compost starter beds. I'm spreading feather meal. It's just a granulated fertilizer. It's organically certified, and it's about 13% nitrogen. Garlic is a pretty heavy feeder, so I like to fertilize pretty heavy before I plant so that it gets a good start, and then we'll do some other things later in the spring with fish emulsion on there. But then we'll go over this with the rotary plow. We'll shape the beds a little bit and then put our plastic down, use our dibbler, and then plant the garlic in here. It's nice to be able to work on a rainy fall day and be able to work outside in the garden, so this is a really nice area to do that. Bale twine string up of the row, and it'll go under the plastic so that if we want to pull the drip tape through, we can connect the drip tape to the bale and twine and pull it through after the plastic is up. All right, so this is kind of labor intensive. Takes about 3 of us to do this, especially with a full roll of plastic. Really would like to get a mulch layer, and that would help us a lot. Lay this down. We'll pull it tight, and it can be a challenge getting the plastic nice and taut, so it takes really at least 2, maybe 3 of us to get the plastic tight too. It's raining outside, so it's nice to be working under the caterpillar tunnel this evening. There you go. All right, today we're planting the garlic, and this variety right here in the box, this is the seed that we saved from last year. I think we saved 10 pounds of this variety. I got 4 varieties to plant, about 40 pounds in total. I have some extra set back. If we want to plant some more, we can. But to plant garlic, what you're doing is planting the garlic cloves. So each one of the bulbs splits down into cloves. You can see it right here. Here's a full head of garlic, and usually I just cut through the paper carefully to kind of pry out. And this is a clove, and we'll plant that. We put this end, the root end, down in the ground, and kind of just break these things apart. Often, depending on the variety, depends how many cloves. This is a clove, how many cloves are in each bulb. These varieties will have, Zemo here will have about 6 to 8 cloves in it. These are good size cloves. But so this is called popping the garlic. We're popping it over, popping it open. And the stem core here, the old root stem, just popped out. We discard it and plant the garlic. That's pretty basic. That's how we do it. You see, kind of the husk will go away. And there you go. Let me do one more and get the whole thing in my hand. I just use my knife really to pry on it. There's 2 cloves. I'll just keep it all in my hands on this one. You kind of get an idea how many there are. There's the garlic stem, and that's a garlic bulb broken down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in that one. That's what we got. Okay. Live on Southdown. Okay. Now we're putting the garlic cloves in the ground. You can see we've got a long way to go, all the way down the other end, and we'll probably do 3 of these beds. The spacing that we've done is every 4 inches, and each row is about 6 inches apart. I prefer about 5 inches apart, but my spacing doesn't handle that. But the planting of it's pretty straightforward. We got these holes in these divots, and they take a clove and they press it down in the divot hole. You can see these guys are serious about what they do. I think I counted we'll have roughly about 1,200 garlic, 12 to 1,400 garlics in this bed. So here's the clove, that's the seed. Pushing them down. We'll probably just sweep some compost over these holes just to cover them up. And then here in the wintertime, these will come up. Here in a couple weeks, actually green shoots will shoot up, and then they take off in late January. When that black plastic warms up in the sun, they'll just go to town. Pretty much how we plant our garlic. How's that?